Welcome back to the Mitch and Moose podcast, everybody.
Mitch and Moose. Coming from you live
He's a Mitch.
on the
We're gonna talk some
YouTube
shit
and the
today.
Spotify. Fuck Apple Music. What's going on, bro?
Yeah, not bad. I think we nailed the intro there.
Dude, honestly, someone clip that. Someone who knows how to produce. Hit us with some like crazy effects. I'm looking at you, Johnny K.
Johnny K.
About time you did something for the pod.
Does his best work around
Seems to love to tell me how I can fix the pod, but doesn't want to help.
Do you reckon we can get him here to obviously Elby's not here today. He's
Unfortunately.
has a very important wrestling meeting.
Dude, I reckon next pod that we can have him back, I'd love to dive in more with LB on the whole wrestling thing and that, because that is such a cool, unique thing that I don't think a lot of people actually know about.
I want to get him in. I was thinking about it today. I want to get him in on the podcast, but I want to get him in in his character.
Oh, yeah, because he has a character, hey.
He's developing a character at the moment. And I think it'd be really sick to have him on and then let him just, because you know how he is. He just go. If he came in here in character and just went for it, I reckon that'd be so sick.
Dude, I reckon it'd be dope as well.
Fuck yeah.
But how's your week been?
Yeah, week's been all right.
Filming this for the listeners on Thursday, the 28th of October.
Yep. It's been a rough week, mate.
Yeah.
Just care for a bloke.
Yeah, we actually are going to do a bit of a beer review. It's something we want to add to the pod where we actually try a new beer.
We were drinking these last week, but we forgot to review them.
We forgot to actually talk about them.
Live crack.
Yeah. And surprisingly, obviously I don't want to dive too deep into the beer review right now. We'll still go with how your week's been. And then once I reckon we've, halfway through the beer, give it a good time
to... we'll get time to let it actually touch the sides. Cheers, bruh.
Cheers.
To another day in the podcast.
Yeah, another pod.
Everyone knows that sound.
Yes.
My week. Yeah, it's been pretty good, man. I rolled into Bunnings on Tuesday or Wednesday morning and actually realised I forgot my socks.
You know what the funniest part is? When you told me this, I was trying to process how one goes about their day in the morning without socks.
I don't think it's that weird. I'm not saying that everybody's forgotten their socks, but I think that I'm not the only person who's ever forgotten their socks. Because when you're getting ready in the morning, you might put on your slides or you might put on your slappers and then, grab your socks, put them in the pocket, and then out you go. That morning, I actually woke up, went in my sock drawer, found 2 pairs of socks that both had holes in them.
Yeah.
I retired them that morning.
Yeah.
Put them in the bin.
Yeah.
Didn't get any other ones out.
Yeah. It still blows my mind because, for me personally, I'm get up, out of the shower, underpants, socks, go about my day. Then I put shorts on, t-shirt. The fact that your day starts without grabbing socks. But hold on, you did grab socks.
But they had holes in them, so I had to ditch them.
But the fact that you were like, oh, yep, sweet, doop, 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 doo. I don't know, man. And I guess this goes it's probably more about me than it is about you because I am anti-slides, anti-thongs.
Yeah, you're not a slides or thongs wearer.
No, sir.
Actually, I seen you wear sandals once. At your birthday, that was fucking funny as.
Yeah, dude. I think I might move. I might move this because it's definitely not in the vibe of where I want to be putting my beer. Wore sandals on my birthday.
Which was that?
I think that was my
Renox Sonic.
Yeah, it was, dude.
Renox Sonic.
Yeah,
what a
dude.
time! I think I DJ'd that one. My first DJ set ever.
Dude, there was some crazy birthday parties back in the day, man.
Dude, that farm was so good.
Yeah.
So much fucked up. Great shit went down there.
But anyway, so obviously you started your day without a pair of socks.
Yeah, so obviously we were on the phone.
Yeah.
Not the ideal way to start your day.
Nah, man.
But luckily Bunnings has everything. So
dude, Bunnings just has it all, man.
They do. They literally have it all. If I had forgotten shoes, shorts, shirt, socks, and undies, I would have been sweet to get all those.
Do they sell underpants?
Surely, bro.
Yeah.
Surely. I know Tradie is a big W brand, but as if Bunnings don't have their own brand.
Yeah.
Or Hardjacker has undies, surely.
Yeah.
Bunnings should be selling underpants.
Bunnings. If you're not, we're keen to collab. Get some Mitch and Moose underpants on the shelves. I'm sure they will sell out fast. if Moose is forgetting his socks, surely there's a dude who wakes up. And do you know what? Actually, free balling.
Ooh.
Did you do it as a kid?
As a kid,
Yeah.
I don't even do it now.
No?
No,
Dude,
man.
my old boy was a massive free baller. Dude, I freeballed all the way up until high school.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Like,
just
not every day, but like there was a couple days where my dad was like, if I stayed at my dad's house, my dad was taking me to school. He was like, nah, mate.
Get your underpants on, mate. Take them off, son. Back in your bedroom.
Honestly, though. And it wasn't until I went into high school that he was like, oh, probably should put some underpants on. You know, because obviously you hit that age and it's just like stuff to happen.
Imagine getting dacked at high school
Yeah.
and not having underpants on.
Yeah,
That would be great.
It'd be pretty embarrassing, especially because, you know.
I'd like would always be worried about like getting my knob caught in the zipper of my pants. That would be the scariest thing.
It happened, dude.
Did it happen to you?
Yeah. Not like super bad, but like enough to
Not like
cause
something
blood.
about Mary.
No.
Dude, he had nut above knob.
Yeah. Nah. I got it. I cut it. Dude, I've got some weird willy stories, but we will leave those for another day.
We probably need more than half a beer to get stuck in those stories.
Definitely.
If you want to hear them, but make sure you DM us.
I think that might need to go on like an OnlyFans page or something.
Dude, we should start an OnlyFans page. We should reenact that day that you seen me piss in my own mouth. Just for the OnlyFans page.
Oh man, guys, there are some stories to be told.
Just
on this
outside that
podcast.
door.
Yeah, I know, dude. That was a very wild weekend. Funnily enough, that was your birthday weekend, which is actually this upcoming weekend. So, happy birthday to the Moose in the comment section. What have you got planned for your birthday?
Well, my birthday's on Sunday. Taking the weekend off work.
Yeah.
So, half day tomorrow. Thinking about taking Ben, my apprentice, to the pub.
Yeah.
Because it's my birthday.
That sounds like
My
the best thing to
birthday
do.
weekend. I'll take him to the pub.
Sounds like a good thing to do when you're the boss.
Try and knock off a bit early. Go try and remember how to play golf. Because I sure as fuck forgot how to play last weekend.
Oh yeah, you did, dude.
Just
quietly, like not like I'm not gonna come on here and be like fuck you shit, but like
thanks, bro.
I didn't say it. Yeah. You haven't let me finish.
Okay. Boom.
We all played very badly that Sunday.
Yeah, for the amount of golf that I play, I should be better.
Yeah, but
That's all right.
It's a tough game, bro.
It's a tough game.
It is a tough game, man.
I went and played golf with Ben Hudson and his little brother. I think Wee Man was there, maybe Dev as well. We all went and played up at Riverside Oaks when we were at the river. Ben chipped out of the bunker, 2 bounds, hit the flag, went in.
Dude, Johnny used to do that all the time.
Bro, how the fuck do you chip out of the bunker when you never play golf, hit the flag and go in? I was struggling to fucking hit the ball.
Yeah.
This cunt's chipping in out of the bunker. Anyway.
Yeah.
So Friday, try and get some golf in tomorrow afternoon with Jack. Saturday, going to get tattooed. Finish my arm off.
Yeah, dude. It'll look good once it's all done, man. I'm
Sunday
a big fan. I'd personally like to go sticker style on my right arm. But I
You already got a couple stragglers on here.
Yeah, I got a couple stragglers.
What does this one here say?
Which one?
This one right here.
To be honest with you, bro, it says
I forgot how to read.
Yeah. Nah, straight out, man. It says without darkness there is no light, dude. I got that when I was 18.
I'm so glad I didn't get the tattoos I wanted to get when I was 18.
Yeah.
I would look like a fucking idiot.
Don't get me wrong, the quote is cringe as fuck, but I do stand by the actual meaning of it, that if you didn't actually ever have bad times in your life, you would not know how to realize what a good time is.
Sure.
And so, you sort of sometimes have to fucking run through the shit to get to the gold. And that's sort of what it is. And that would have been better.
I wish that's what the tattoo said. Sometimes you have to run through the shit to get to the gold.
Yeah, that's it, man. But yeah, look, honestly.
Anyway, I reckon you tattoo over that one.
Nah, dude, I'm going to keep it there. Maybe
just
put some stuff around it.
Just a reminder.
Yeah, we should also do a potty eventually about all our stupid tattoos.
Dude, look,
there's a couple.
Camera, this is the closest they really get, unless we're snowboarding.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so tattooing.
Getting tattooed.
Finishing your arm.
Finish my arm. I've got the crab to finish.
Yeah.
I want a musket in here, I think.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about the back of my arm. I've
yeah.
seen it in the reflection. I think I've got room up there for something.
I don't know if you got room up there for a pine tree though.
Maybe not.
Sorry,
a pine
not a pine tree,
tree.
a palm tree.
Palm tree.
Yeah.
Pine tree.
Pine wouldn't really go well with the undersea vibe.
No.
Sort of
Well,
like Northern American vibe.
Palm tree also not under the ocean.
But it is very ocean related. You don't really see pines in ocean.
There's a palm tree at the front of my house. That's not a palm tree. What is it? Is it a palm tree?
I have no idea.
I think it's a palm tree.
It probably
Are they
is.
the ones we like to fuck it?
Yeah.
Anyway, last time I got tattooed, I was on Tinder and I was swiping away and I matched
Swiping
with this
for
bird.
your life.
Man, I was bored as fuck. 8 hours worth of tattooing. That fly came back in, dude. Sorry if you can hear that on the audio, but anyway.
Yeah.
Swiping away, matched with this bird. I was talking to her for, I don't know, maybe like a week or so on Tinder, and then I got her phone number and I was just a bit skeptical on her.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I'm not really too sure about this. Like, is she legit?
Yeah.
Or is this just a G up?
How to know if you're getting catfished with the moose.
Yeah, so clip this up.
Yeah.
I was talking to her and I was like, we're gonna like meet up and hang out. And I was just a bit sketch on it. I just had this vibe, so I actually got you and Steph to call her.
Dude, it was the funniest thing, man, because like everything about her was just sus, and like the way that she was talking to you.
There was no bio on it.
Yeah, dude.
She didn't have Instagram. That's when I first got weird about it. I was like, "Hey, what's your Instagram?" She was like, "Oh, I don't have Instagram." I was like,
The thing that
Like-
got me the most curious, now that you've mentioned that, because I forgot about she didn't have Instagram, was that you showed me her photos on Tinder, right? And the photos that she had on Tinder, the girl of, I don't want to be like categorizing shit here, but I will.
Nice.
The type of girl that she was, how she was very, you know, like proud of her body and the way
she would have Instagram.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like the way and like the photos that she had on Tinder, it's like, I'm a pretty good judge of character, and if you're getting photos like that taken, you're 110%
Like
posting them.
photos that somebody else has taken for you.
Yeah,
You're
and, like,
putting them on fucking
Dude,
on
Instagram. Yeah.
Anyway, turns out I got a little bit catfished.
Yeah, dude, you got massively catfished. So
Massively catfished.
Steph called the number because we're like, oh, we'll let Steph talk because she's a girl. She didn't pick up. And then
I tried to call her as well. I think I tried to FaceTime her.
yeah,
And she's like, "Why are you trying to call me?" And I was like, "Fuck this bitch." That was it.
yeah.
Didn't talk to her anymore.
So
That's what happened last time I got tattooed. So here's to trying to avoid that happening on Saturday.
yeah,
I'm
dude.
just going to get tattooed. I'm not
Hopefully-
even going to take my phone with me.
Hopefully, you know, you get some new swipes, dude. Get that.
I actually haven't been on Tinder for fucking ages, eh?
Well, dude, you get tattooed in Cronulla, right?
Yeah.
Dude, seems like a good place to get on the swipe.
Does
If-
seem
if
like a
you're-
good place
if
to
you're
get on the
single
swipe.
moose.
But no offense, I got sick and tired of talking to dumb bitches on Tinder, eh?
Yeah.
Honestly, like, I mean, I'm also not the smartest of me's.
No.
But yeah, I can't do this anymore, eh?
Dude, I'm so like, not to rub salt in the wound,
Thanks, bro.
but like,
In advance, thank you.
dude, I can't imagine having to do any of that
You
stuff.
missed the Tinder phase.
No, I was on the, I got the
think
start of it. I
Before-
had
you
a
would've-
good,
if you were on Tinder, it would have been before the first update. Like, it would have been Tinder 1.1. Like, there wouldn't have been any updates. That's how like quick
dude,
you were in and
when
out of it.
when I was on Tinder, like the whole like a limited amount of swipes thing was not a thing.
There you go.
Yeah, I was very early. I had like a good
No, wait, so you could swipe forever.
forever.
I swear I remember that because I brought this up with you the other day. And now I do give you credit. You don't do this anymore. But back in the day, you were a big user of the phone while driving.
Dude, I don't like.
100%.
It wasn't me, bro.
It was fucking you.
It's not, dude.
I don't know who the fuck else I would have been in the car with that much. It was
Matthew
you.
Biryani.
No, dude. I fucking never hung out with Buzzer in the car.
Yeah.
I remember driving down, is it Ramsey Road? When you turn left off Spring Jelly Road and you go that back way up to the Northern Road?
Yeah.
I remember driving on that road specifically with you. And to be fair, there's nobody else there. Fuckload of trees, not many cars, but you would be just like this. Okay, bro, get off your phone. You go, bro, I'm just scrolling. And you'd like this.
Dude, I'm telling you that wasn't
Swear
me.
to God, 100% it was. Credit to you, you don't do it now.
The reason
But
why
that was when unlimited swipes, Mitchell just cruising, swiping.
Dude,
Cruising
the
swipe.
reason I don't agree with you is because I like remember having to go do like an advanced driver course with work. And like it got drilled into me, and this was like really early on.
I'm
Like,
talking when we were like 18.
dude, I was gonna say when I was 18 when I did this advanced driver course, I had to do it for work because it like lowered the insurance for the company if we all had this ticket.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
If you have an advanced driver course, like, do your own research on this. But like,
Bobby?
if yeah, he's not here. And if it's all obviously New South Wales government approved and stuff like that, it can lower the insurance rate because technically you're meant to be a better driver. And like, so dude, like I went there like with a ute with like 3 ladders on it, fully locked up, like everything, like slammed with all the gear that you could possibly have.
Why? Because you get extra points?
Well, no, because they want you to do the test in, your day-to-day, like,
situation.
Like, exactly, right?
Okay.
And like, bro, it was actually pretty good, man. And like, you learn how to like run, like hit like wet, like obviously rain, or like what if it was raining, but like wet road, and like lock up your brakes and then learn how to steer and like dodge things. And like, do you know what, man? It's actually, now I'm thinking about it, there's actually like a really good time. And like another thing too, is that I don't know if people know this, but if you're driving your car and your side mirrors, if you can see your car, you need to change that.
Really?
Yeah, dude. You don't have to look at your own car.
Very cool.
It's not going to go anywhere. You're inside it.
I remember you telling me that, to be fair.
Yeah. And ever since I've done that, man, like having to like look, you don't have to look, like obviously it's still good practice, look over your shoulder and stuff like that. But if you just have, like, if you can literally see like the smallest little bit of your car.
You need to be able to see a part of your car.
Yeah, just for parking and stuff like that. But you shouldn't be able to see like a lot of your car. It should almost be just all road.
Yeah, I do agree with you. Yep, I can see part of my tray and lots of my trailer, but my trailer's pretty small, so it's like hidden behind my car. But good point.
Yeah.
Great point.
So
when you were doing this course, were you scrolling on Tinder?
No, dude.
Dude, 100%. You were a serial phone user.
Well, I'm not anymore.
No, I said that.
Yeah.
You were.
Not me, wrong bitch.
What do you think of the beer?
Dude, all right, that's fair. We could tap on that now.
Gets me pretty burpy.
Definitely.
Heaps burpy.
I have to admit that. I don't usually feel really burpy on beers, but this one...
Is that the term, burpy?
Well, burpy
gassy?
is more...
I think gassy is more of a
gassy.
ass kind of
Yeah,
term.
but like burpees are obviously like more of a fitness thing, so it's probably not best to relate it to drinking beer.
I got no other term for it though. I'm burping. I'm going to call it I feel burpy.
Yeah, that's fair. Let us know.
If anyone knows what the term is.
Yeah,
apart
is it
from
burpy?
gassy, because gassy is for your bum.
Yeah.
Gassy is bum, burpy is burp.
All right. So for those who don't watch Bloke in the Bar's content, any of it, he obviously promotes it quite heavily, the beer.
Yeah, he doesn't take ads.
No.
For anything else, he just
promotes it
slams
purely
with his own ads.
And for the longest time, up until last week, since me actually trying it, I was like, this guy really loves to blow sunshine out of this beer's ass.
He says it?
And I was worried that it wouldn't meet the expectations of what I was going into it with. And surprisingly, I actually really enjoy it.
He does say that it's a session beer. I can't see myself getting on a session with these things because that like burpiness turns into bloating, turns into feeling like an Oompa Loompa, turns into probably should have drunk VB from the beginning.
Yeah, look, I'm not really one to drink a lot of beers anymore regardless. But I think having a 6-pack would be a good time.
Well, that's why I just bought a 6-pack
Yeah.
because if there's a case around, it could be in danger of getting drunk.
Yeah, that case is only going one
Case
place.
has got a short lifespan.
Yeah. So, do we want to give like a out of 10?
Out of 10?
Or do we want to go like an out of 5?
Let's give out a 5 so there's not so much discrepancy, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Let's just get it kind of
yeah,
in that
yeah,
smaller range. It reminds me a lot of beers that I would have had when I was in Canada or America.
Dude, actually,
like,
do you know what that is really? And that also probably has something to do with being in a can. I'd be interested to see what it tastes like out of a bottle.
on tap is not the same as that. On
Right.
tap is different. I don't know. There's a place in Wollongong. Can't remember what it was called.
Yeah.
They had it on tap.
Yeah.
Got around it, but still,
All right.
I'm very biased.
All right. So,
Out of 5, I give it a 3.
all right. I'm going to go a little bit higher. I'm going to give it a 4.
Okay.
We're
We're going halves. No, the halves kind of defeats the purpose of it being out of 5.
Because that technically makes it out of 10 again, really.
If you're working out percentages like that, I mean, we're not splitting hairs here.
Nah.
So we're drinking beers.
I'm going to give it a 4.
A 4?
Bloke in the bar. 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10?
4 out of 10. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5.
You lost it,
Yeah,
bro.
4 out of 5. 4 out
well,
of fucking 5.
Cheers, Kempy.
Yeah, thank you.
4 out of 5, 3 out of 5 for the Moose. But I'm comparing it to VB, which is 1,000 out of 5. So
Yeah.
should we before we really get stuck into our topics, should we answer some of those questions, or we're going to answer them last?
We can do a couple now, I reckon.
Or we're going to do 2 now.
We'll do 2. We'll do 2 now. We'll do 2 at the end. So, if you're not following us on the Mitch and Moose Instagram, we put up, a bit of a poll. Well, not a poll, a bit of a ask us some questions. Yeah, a question box. Yeah. And we'd like to make this a segment. If you've got any ideas for like what we should call the segment, be sure to let us know. I'm sort of on the vibe of like, obviously we're Mitch and Moose, Eminem. I was more like trying to get some like, maybe it's like the mum's spaghetti segment or some shit. But like, I don't know. That's where my brain was sort of going with it.
Yeah, we can go after 8 Mile, Sweaty Palms.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get into some Q&As and bro.
Just shout out to John who had the idea of the beer testing.
Yeah.
Tasting. We're going to try and do that every week.
Yeah.
Same thing. If you have beers that you want to try but haven't tried or have tried and whatever, let us know. If we can find them, we will drink them. We're not talking about Carlton Dries and like normal shit. We want niche-y kind of beers.
Yeah.
Like next week, we're going to do KB Lager.
All right.
I just couldn't get any today.
All right, cool.
Liquorland, if anyone's looking for them, I will review next week live on the podcast.
So the person who sent this in, I'm not going to name names, but
Has he been to either of these?
what?
Which one? Oh,
I'm going to the top one. Let me just talk about it, then you'll know.
Sorry. I thought
if you let me speak, then you learn.
Speak away.
It wasn't really a question, rather a statement that I heavily disagree with. And the statement was, Kingston's are greater than Monte Carlos. First of all, fuck you. That is so fucking wrong. Monte Carlos are the superior biscuit.
Do you think he said this? Sorry, now we know it's a he.
Yeah.
Do you think he said this specifically to trigger you?
Potentially. I don't know if he knows that I am a huge Monte Carlo fan.
I brought you Monte Carlos over from Australia.
I know. And do you know how quickly do you know how long they lasted?
I don't recall having one.
Yep. They didn't. That was it. We ate them because they are the superior biscuit. On my photo shoot today, the lady that I was working with, she's like, oh, what snacks would you like? And I was like, oh, I'm okay. She's like, oh, no, I'll get you some biscuits or something. I was like, Monte Carlos, because they are the superior
And she
biscuit.
had Monte Carlos?
She had Monte Carlos there, dude.
I wouldn't. If you asked me for a Monte Carlo, I'd be like, yeah, sweet, bro. Let me just go to the IGA.
Yeah.
I don't like just stock Monte Carlos.
Dude, Monte Carlos are the superior biscuit.
Okay, now listen. For the people who don't know and other people on this podcast, please explain to me what a Monte Carlo is.
Bro, if I have to explain to someone what a Monte Carlo is,
You
what
fucking,
the fuck are you doing with your life,
Are they just
bro?
like the biscuit with the chocolate around the outside?
Dude, that's a Kingston, dude.
Oh, see, dude, I don't fucking know.
Dude, Monte Carlos, they got the biscuit on the top, biscuit on the bottom, and it's got like the
strawberry
it's
in the
it's
middle.
got the strawberry and the white cream in the
okay.
middle.
Yeah.
And like, bro, there's a couple ways you would tackle a Monte Carlo. You can do there's more than one
The
way.
classic just
Straight in.
Yeah.
Or I personally, this is more of a child thing, but hey, fucking tackle it how you want. You squish it, and then so all the cream comes out on the side, then you lick it, and then you hook in.
Any milk involved, or that's just
Nah,
for reserve the milk for Oreos?
Nah, Monte Carlos don't really vibe too well with milk, I think.
Okay. My favorite biscuit is I don't actually know. I like just a standard choc chip cookie.
Yeah, dude.
Just the cottage cookies. I feel like you can get them from Aldi. The cottage cookies, like in a blue, they're fucking legendary.
This is a complete, just like not off topic, but like, and obviously they're not paying us to do anything, but like Sweet Treats by Ree in Camden. Bro, if you got a sweet tooth, man, that place is off its head.
Yeah. If I'm going to Camden, I'm not going to Camden to buy a biscuit. I'm probably going to go get sauce somewhere.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So Monte Carlo Superior Biscuit. If you think otherwise, you're wrong. I'll happily argue with you until the world explodes.
Also, don't fuck off. Just take a long, hard look at yourself.
Yeah. Literally think about it. When you go to grab biscuits, like even if Monte Carlos are more expensive, it is worth every cent. Anyway, move on to the next question.
All right, next question.
This one comes from, I'll say who it is because he's obviously blood related. My younger brother, youngest brother, should I say.
This is Quinn.
Quinn, big Q dog, who actually, funnily enough, looks very similar to what you used to look like with the blonde mullet.
Does he have a blue mullet?
Yeah, dude, it's disgusting.
Fucking
I'll put a photo up here.
Right now.
It's up. And he asks, And because I don't think he obviously, unfortunately, never got to experience either of these
I was good.
festivals.
This was the question. I
Yeah,
thought. Yeah.
Stereosonic or DEF CON.
Easy, DEFCON.
I'm so torn because I've always had such a fun time at DEF CON. And I still to this day, like, I think that it sort of the festival as a whole probably rubs people up the wrong way a little bit because of like the lads and everything else that goes on with it. But like when you're actually at the festival, man, like everyone is just having the most fun. Like I did you ever see people get bashed at DEF CON?
No.
How many people did we see get bashed at Stereo?
Honestly, I didn't see shit, but
Oh.
my eyes may not have been working that great
Right.
at those festivals.
Yeah.
But at DEF CON, anybody that talks shit about it or has a problem with it, literally has a problem because they either haven't been or their name is Adrian Horopic. That's the only people who have a problem with fucking DEF CON are those two types of people.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people seem to forget that it's not just purely like a hard style
No,
festival.
it's not. And
Dude, there's like dubstep, there's house, like there's actually so many stages.
But I'm gonna literally just put Adrian on the spot here.
Yeah.
He wouldn't go because there's too many weirdos. Too many
he's the biggest
gronks.
weirdo out, bro.
Yeah, he's a bit weird. He is fucking weird.
Bro, he goes for the West
Get around
Tigers,
him.
bro.
Yeah,
I get around him
fuck the
too.
West
But like
Tigers,
goes for
bro.
West Tigers and shit.
Fuck the West Tigers.
Yeah.
If you're a West Tigers fan,
Dude, I can't believe he hates Luke Brooks, bro. Luke, he's so good.
oh, so good.
Yeah. Anyway, no,
100,000 a year for fucking what?
but on the topic is like between Stereo and DEF CON, the reason why I'm torn is because Stereo drags in the DJs that I love more. But DEF CON as a festival as a whole is a lot more fun. But Stereo, it's just like, man, like you're not going to see, I'd love to see Carnage at fucking DEF CON.
Dude, Carnage at Stereo the year LB turned 18. I can't remember what year that would have been. It would have been like 2015, I think. It was fucking mad.
Yeah.
Such a good set. That
Dude.
was when he was really dropping heaps of hardstyle at the end of his sets.
Dude, my favorite set of his still to this day is when he randomly was on the hardstyle stage at EDC. He played after Brennan Hart, and like obviously Brennan Hart, you know, who's known for like some of the best hardstyle. Then got absolutely blown out of the water by Carnage, and I was just
House
like,
DJ.
"Wow, I'm like, this is insane."
I've experienced DEF CON in every way possible. The bus to the festival, the bus home from the festival, going to the festival, camping for 3 days, which was fucking next level.
Yeah,
And then obviously just, you know, rolling in, rolling out. doing
I'd
your own thing.
still go to one over in Netherlands.
I'd love to do Netherlands. The DEF CON Netherlands is on my bucket list. I've got a couple European festivals I'd love to do. I'd love to do Dominator,
Yeah.
which is just pure hardcore. That would just be fucking
Yeah.
amazing. I wouldn't be inviting Adrian to that.
Do we want to
Fuck Adrian.
Do we want to
For the record.
do we want to talk some sport?
Yeah, fucking oath.
Now, there's a couple things going on in the world of sport at the moment, and one viewer in particular has mentioned to us that we spoke too long about cricket.
This is the
so
s-
we'll keep cricket short and sweet for this week.
Who was that viewer?
Adrian Horopic.
Adrian Horopic. He's getting too much airtime.
Yeah, dude, we're
We're not answering your questions anymore.
Well, firstly, I was wrong. Australia beat South Africa in the T20 World Cup, which was we watched it together.
Yep. Oh, we watched half of it together. You
Yeah.
left at halftime
Yeah.
when Australia opted to go in and bowl first.
Well, it worked out well in their favour. They bowled really, really well. Rolled them for like 119. The boys all worked really well together. And, you know, Australia, then Stoin, big puppy, came in the dying overs and hit, I think it was like 16 off like 8 balls or something to win.
They should have won, though.
Yeah, they didn't play. It was a good win. They needed to win that game. They versed Sri Lanka tonight.
Today being Thursday.
yeah.
My watch is dead.
Yeah. So that's the World Cup, I guess. You know, Pakistan beating India, first time ever in a World Cup game. Beat them by 10 wickets. Looked really convincingly winning as well. My money's on Pakistan to literally go undefeated and win the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to say that.
Who would have come in the favourite, like, to
India.
win the thing?
India.
They did?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, India. So, yeah, I don't know. After watching Pakistan do that, then they beat New Zealand. They just look really, really good.
So they've played twice and Australia's still played once.
Yeah, but we play again tonight. So,
Who are we playing?
Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
Are they good?
They had to qualify.
Is Australia going to shit the bed?
Look, I said they would last game and they didn't. But the thing is, Sri Lanka have like really good spin bowlers. But then again, South Africa is they have the number one T20 bowler.
Are they playing on the same pitch?
Nah, so Australia's playing in Dubai tonight.
So is it not all in the same country?
It's all in the same country, but obviously
they're
different
different
parts.
locations.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
okay,
New
okay.
South Wales to Queensland, shit like that.
Fair enough.
But a little bit more cricket chat, and that is that Ben Stokes has said that he's going to come play the Ashes. First of all, it's great to see Ben Stokes back from his mental health break. He just was overrun from the game. A lot of cricketers seem to get put into these, pressure bubble systems and these crazy restrictions and stuff like that. And
If he's coming down to Australia, is he not going to be putting himself straight back into a situation like that?
yeah, and this is why obviously the English papers, bro, blew it up crazy. Australia's now scared, rada. And I was watching an interview the other day, and then it was with Steve Smith, and then they brought up the statistic, and it was like, oh yeah, Steve, the last time you versed Ben Stokes, you scored 400 runs. So yeah, you must be really scared of him coming down, and he just laughed about it. And that's the thing, obviously Ben Stokes is an incredible player. He's without a doubt the best all rounder in the world.
He is an all rounder. Okay.
Yeah, so he bowls, he bats, he is an incredible player. But to come down to Australia when you have not played cricket in a long time, you've had a substantial break.
Who's the captain? Joe Root.
Yeah, Joe Root. He's going to be an asset to the team. Whether he's an asset that defies the series for them to win, I think is personally very unlikely. Just getting a bit of a stretch in there, bro.
It's got a bit of a cramp.
Pull it down, bro. It's all good.
Right here.
Yeah, this podcast game, bro. It's it's pretty,
It's a rough time.
Yeah.
No, that's right. Cramp's gone. Continue talking about Stokes.
Yeah, so Stokes, he's back. It's cool. It'll be good. It'll make the brand of cricket that is played more exciting for the viewer, which I'm happy about.
The viewers tune in to see good A-grade quality cricket. And it's good that he's coming because, you don't want to... Australia doesn't want to beat England if they're, not full strength.
Yeah, with an
and
asterisk
England
next
doesn't
to
want to
it.
come if, they're not full strength. It
Exactly.
goes both ways.
So,
I guess now they wouldn't have much of an excuse.
Yeah, exactly. So it's good. It's good. But
Beautiful.
I think that's cricket.
Yep.
We'll move on.
To some rugby league. So
the game that keeps on giving, no
it
matter
doesn't
what time
stop.
of the year it is.
Yeah, and November 1st is coming fast. So for people who don't know, that means any players that are going to be off contract in the following year can now be approached by other clubs to be signed. So the first player that comes to mind is Brandon Hectic Cheese Smith does his best work as the hooker for Melbourne Storm.
Yeah.
I think that he's off contract. Clubs can now try and buy him for the 2023 season. There's a few in mind. I think the Tigers should buy him because, let's face it, the Tigers fucking suck. The Dolphins might take him up. If Parramatta lose Reid Marnie, to the Dolphins, who also are looking for a hooker, maybe Parramatta could take him. He's probably going to end up at the Roosters. Roosters got big money. He's not going to want to leave Melbourne, who are a premiership winning threat, to go play for fucking, the Tigers, because let's face it, the Tigers are probably not going to win a comp for the next 50 years.
The only thing that makes me think that Tigers do have a chance is that they have money. They have
fuckloads of money in their cap, but nobody wants to play there.
Yeah, and it
Dude,
might be
even when I was not the fucking top of the range fucking footballer, but I played through the rep sides when I was in West, and they would always try and sign these country kids or people from other clubs or whatever, but they would let all their really good talent go. Look at who they've already let go.
Yeah,
Tedesco, Moses, they're so fucking dumb. If they don't try and make a bid for him, stupid.
Yeah.
They may very well have already. But if the Tigers aren't going to be in the market for Cheese, but I think they have 1.2 million in their cap still.
Yeah, it's crazy.
1.2 mil, and they're fucking not trying to give money to this cunt.
What blows my mind is that Melbourne have made it this far with both of them still in the squad.
Well, if if the Dolphins are serious about signing some good talent, they're going to sign Cheese and they're going to sign Munster, because Munster's sick of being in Melbourne. Munster wants to get back up to the Queensland where he can rip and tear with his mates, really sort the drug dealers out with some cash, and just fucking party it up. And if the cheese goes with him, mate, they're the bandits, mate.
Yeah.
They'll have a great time.
It'll be interesting, man. Even that whole dynamic of the new team coming in as well.
And coached by Wayne Bennett.
I reckon I give him 3 years until they're playing.
I reckon they'll win a comp within 5.
Yeah, I'm almost saying within 3, depending on who they. It all depends on who they recruit.
That's what I mean. If they can recruit well, and what players off contract wouldn't want to go to a Wayne Bennett coach club with the success that it's had? Like obviously, the South didn't get the win last year.
They didn't get the fairy tale ending.
No, they didn't, and
pretty good still.
It was one. Honestly, the game come down to one pass in the end, and it was like. Nobody's fault. You can blame Cody Walker if you want, but in the end of the day, if that one pass had made it to the wing, South would have scored. If it had obviously the result was they got intercepted because South scored again.
Yeah.
Anyway, we can't get bogged down in the past, but I think the Cheese either going to be Dolphin bound or Roosters bound if he leaves the Storm.
It'll be interesting, man. This is probably the first year that I've actually really dived into like the NRL, and it's on the back of like obviously such great content being made by people that aren't Fox Sports and stuff like that.
Well, it wouldn't be because your team had a good year, so
no, it definitely wasn't. My team was shithouse, and I hope for God that something different happens this year. I just would like to, like, even if we just finish in the 8.
Well, Joey just left Para from coaching the halves and went back to Newcastle, who seemed to be in a bit of a sticky situation with Pearce off contract. Pearce wants to go to Catalans and play over there. Catalans want to sign him to replace James Maloney, who's retired.
I'd go
100%,
bro.
Is he single? Does he have a missus? If he's going...
bro, it doesn't matter even if he does, by the sounds of his history, bro.
100%.
He doesn't care.
Does his best work around canines.
Yeah, so... it's gonna be a great year next year, except if you're a Tigers fan, Adrian Horopic.
Fuck Adrian. Can we have a fuck Adrian segment?
Yeah, 100%.
Tell shit stories about Adrian.
Obviously Parramatta losing Joey is pretty big, but I think his impact on Mitchell Moses, you started to reap the rewards of it towards the back end, and hopefully he can carry that momentum into
the fact that Moses, like, say what you will. When he played Origin, he didn't play a bad game. Like, fair enough, he didn't play a blinder. He was no Nathan Cleary, but he didn't make any mistakes. He shut down Ponga every time he got the ball. Didn't miss any tackles. They had a way better kicking game than fucking Jack Whiten. Like, he didn't play bad. He just didn't have a blinder.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's doing that he was the next in line to be bled for the New South Wales Blues.
I just think that he's not the guy who's going to go. Like, if it was him and Cleary parting together, it'd be a great game.
Yeah, I don't know who you'd put at 5'8" because Moses is a halfback and so is Cleary.
I know, but I just don't think. I don't know. I don't know if he's like.
Are you talking like if they both were to be picked to the New South Wales squad? I think they'd make it work. I think you'd put Moses to 5'8" and just let him run because he's got a good running game.
Yeah, and that's what I think. I think that like it'll be interesting this next year for Parramatta. I think he'll go hopefully in leap and bounds for you guys.
Dude, they have to, man. Like they can't collapse towards the end of the year, which they've done the last few years. And it's fucking hard, man. You got to go out there and give 100% every single week. Bro, sometimes fucking doesn't happen that way. And, I just go for the team that it's been happening to for the last, however long.
Yeah.
We've come a long way since signing Moses,
Yeah.
Best thing Tigers ever did was get rid of him. So,
yeah.
She's Ado.
Moving on to something obviously not really NRL related, but there's obviously talks and rumors that Logan Paul is going to be fighting Mike Tyson, best known for biting off someone's ear. Dude, like,
best known actually. Didn't he go on his podcast and eat like fucking 5 grams of mushrooms?
Yeah, dude. Like,
dude, that is.
They've actually got a bit of a relationship together too, because like Mike was in his corner obviously when Logan was fighting Floyd as well.
I want to see them. I want to see them fight on mushrooms. I want to see both of them eat 5 grams of mushrooms and then fight each other.
It'll be a crazy spectacle, like regardless of whether or not it happens or whatever. But like, I just want to like quickly touch on like, there's a lot of those boys, the brothers, cop so much shit. But like, I'm now at the point that if you're not smart enough to see how much money they're making and that what they portray as online is purely just to make dollars and cents, you need a bit of a reality check.
Yeah, I mean, if it's working, bro, then fucking keep going. I mean, I've probably said in the past, fuck Logan Paul, fuck Jake Paul, because I didn't know much about them. Still don't know too much about them, but respect where respect is due. They're making bank and they're doing really good, so fucking props to them.
So,
and one of them's fighting fucking Mike Tyson. Like.
Yeah. Dude, and he also just fought Floyd Mayweather.
He did, eh?
Yeah, so like...
That was just an exhibition. Then.
Yeah, exactly. And like, the fact that like, they've pivoted so much in their careers... Like, I look at it purely, like, besides all the cringe shit on TikTok and besides all the vlogs and stuff like that, I look at it from, like, a business model, and these two brothers are making so much dosh. Like, it is insane. Like, regardless of, like, whether or not they're shit boxers or whatever it is, they're walking home with, like, big dollars in the bank account, and you've got to respect it. Like,
oath.
regardless of whether or not, like, so Jake's last fight, where obviously you won on points or whatever it was, and, you know, but like, like, dude, like, if I had the following to do something like that, 110%.
What is their following like? Like millions?
Oh, bro, huge, like ridiculous. Like like Logan's podcast, bro, gets
That
like
is number one.
yeah,
So we're a fair bit behind him.
second.
Oh, fuck. Second last.
Yeah,
fuck.
second last. Another thing, just on sport, while we're just, you know, sort of talking about sport and what's going on. I've just brought it up, but the some A-League dude, I can't even get his name out. What's his name?
It's a great pre-research from Mitchell. This goes back.
His name is Josh. Oh, Josh Cavallaro. He's come out and he's pretty much been the first gay footballer, pretty much.
Fucking
and
nice. Credit to him.
Yeah. Oh, dude, 110%. Back into the horses. Come home. Like 100%, dude. Like be who you are through and through. Who gives a fuck what people think?
That's it.
But it sort of blows my mind, like how
But
much.
the first comment, I read that thread. The first comment in the thread was, "In today's day and age, this is not news." It's like, bruh, if he's the fucking first dude doing it, like, fucking give it the respect that it deserves.
And I understand that, and I definitely do agree. But I also sort of do sit with that comment, and it's just like, it shouldn't, like, dude. I feel like we're so past it that it shouldn't matter whether or not the dude likes fucking dudes or he likes fucking girls, bro.
100%.
Like, it purely should be his ability as a footballer.
Yep, and the fact that shit like this hinders stuff like his career, it's pretty bizarre.
And I understand why it is such a big thing, because he's probably kept this, because he's probably known that there probably is some clubs that are like, if they were to find this out, unfortunately they'd be like, oof, sort of can't have that environment in the group. But like, I'm glad as a society we're at the point where like, you can go to your job and it doesn't matter whether or not the person likes a fucking dude
came out recently. I can't remember
or likes a
who it
fucking
was.
chick. You can do your fucking job.
I can't remember who it was. Someone else. I don't know. This was ages ago.
Yeah.
Could have been last week. Could have been 2 years ago.
Yeah.
No idea.
Right.
But credit to you. If you're thinking about coming out, do it.
Honestly, if you're listening to this, like, just be whoever the fuck you are.
Yeah, for sure.
Even more to the point is that, like, not to like shoot you down, but like, if you think you are this very unique and individual person, there is so many human beings that there's going to be so many people that are exactly the same as
100%.
you. So
sure.
just take the leap, man, and like be who
Or
you
girl.
are. Oh yeah,
Man or girl.
yeah, man or girl. Like, look, I'm literally sitting next to a dude who operates by the name of Moose. Like, if you're a unique individual, just flaunt it.
Yep. I do. Gets me places.
Dude, it has, man.
And it's taking me places. Trust me.
And that's it, man.
All aboard the Moose carriage of going somewhere.
Whatever you want to do, whoever you want to be, 110% back yourself, and you'll reap the rewards.
Yep.
Yeah. And I guess that's sport.
I don't think there's much else to talk about.
Dude, we got a couple Q&As to do, bro.
A couple more.
Yeah, we got a couple more. We're not going to go through all of them this episode.
We did have a fair few come through. One person sent about 16, and we're only going to answer the ones that we want because fuck you. That's why.
Yeah. And that's not to all the listeners. That's just that one particular.
One particular listener. And if you've been paying attention throughout this podcast, you may or may not know who it is.
Yeah. So, but more importantly, feel free to obviously drop whatever comments you guys want. We're happy to obviously. We want to be a pod of the people.
Yeah. If you got an idea, you want us to try something, or anything, just spitball ideas to us. Because honestly, we call each other every morning and we try and come up with new ideas. And the best idea I had was trading a button for something of more value. So we might do that next week. If you want to trade me a button for something, if you want to take my button for something of more value, let me know. Also, we still don't have any fucking cushions.
Also, on top of that, is that no one actually commented on the YouTube video.
Actually, I think somebody did.
Oh, who was it?
You better check.
Is it you?
Nope.
Was it
Someone called me this afternoon and said, "How do I find it?" And I was like, "Oh, just go here and then you'll find it." And then they did, and they go, "I've commented. The hat is mine."
Did they comment? I
don't know what they commented. I said, "I think no matter what you comment, you'll find it." If you can find the video,
dude, why
it's
can't
Mitch and Moose, like the symbol. If you're looking for this on YouTube, it's Mitch. Then the symbol.
The worst part is like I subscribed
Moose.
to the channel the other day, so I don't know why the fuck it's not coming up.
Are
like
you spelling it? Do I have to get it on my phone?
Dude.
Why don't you just go to the Instagram page and then follow the link?
Well,
Because somebody definitely.
Hold on. Let's talk about one of these questions. You can take the role, and then I'll
find it while you ask me the question.
All right, cool. Well, dude, let's talk about the most awkward situation you've ever been in.
Ever? Hang on a second. I think I found the comment here. One comments.
No way.
He called me as soon as I put that video up on my story. He called me and was like, "Hello in the hat." I was like, "Bro, you gotta go to the YouTube. Where's the YouTube video?" And I was like, "You search." He goes, "I can't find it."
Well,
anyway, he found
Adrian,
it. Fuck you, Adrian. You have way too much airtime this time.
You have won yourself a Renocco Productions hat.
I'll give it to you. You give it to me, and I'll give it to him.
You're not going to give it to him. I'll get that to you.
Never.
I'll get that to you as quick as possible.
Fuck him. Anyway,
yeah.
Most awkward situation I've ever been in, dude. I've been in fucking heaps, eh? I just can't.
Do you want me to go first?
You fucking go first.
Because
sure.
mine it's so burnt into my brain. So I wish I could remember the DJ I was watching at Stereosonic this one year.
The dubstep duo from Australia.
No, not a duo. They're an Aussie band. Aussie.
The Prodigy? Are they Australian?
No, but it's along the lines of like
Potbellies.
It's along the lines of Potbellies, but not. They're a bit more.
It's not the Bloody Beetroots.
No, they
Art versus Science.
Nah.
Right, I'm out of ideas.
Anyway, do you know what's the worst part? I'm gonna drive home. I'm gonna be like, anyway. Regardless, the band doesn't matter, or the DJ doesn't matter.
Fuck, it matters to me. Diane.
Shock one. There we go.
One. Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Team.
Fuck yeah.
So, I was walking in to go watch Shock One. I'm just going to say I wasn't really on this planet Earth. Take that how you will.
Backstory. Is this the time that you drank 3 beers and went home because you were too drunk?
It was not 3 beers that time, and no, it's not that story. Anyway, so I was not on planet Earth at this particular moment, and Johnny K can definitely vouch for that because I bumped into him. Anyway, so we're walking into Shock One, and you know, Shock One's pretty like... Yeah. So it's like there's a bit of a vibe going on, and I'm like, whoa, man, this is pretty intense. And I walk into like the middle of the crowd. You know, there's a pretty decent crowd in there.
Can you imagine?
And take a couple steps, and then I see my ex-girlfriend of like 3 weeks ago. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm just gonna sort of distance myself from you. And then I turn to go the other way, and it's my ex-girlfriend of like 4 months ago.
4 weeks ago.
Yeah. And I'm like, cool. Yep. All right. Cool. And then they both sort of look at me, and I sort of look left to right, and then I just sat down in a ball.
I would have just backed into the hedge like Homer Simpson.
Dude, I tried to do that, but into the ground. I just was like, just got really low. Luckily that like So the one that like I was dating like a few months back, I was friends with some of her friends, so they came over and like sort of like made it not as awkward, but that was hands down to this present day my most awkward.
Try to make it not so awkward. Mitchell trying to melt into the ground at a festival. That sounds like it would have been a pretty common thing going on at that point of the night. People trying to melt in the ground. I honestly can't fucking think. The only awkward situation. Look, I'm in awkward situations almost daily. So
Forgetting your socks.
yeah, it was not so awkward though. Maybe shitting in the bucket was pretty awkward.
Yeah.
That was last week's story. I'll give you another story that was also kind of recent. My nipples are hanging out again. Yeah, so we booked to play golf on the weekend, a 9:42 slot. And I did the bookings, and I only booked 3 of us because there was only 3 of us that wanted to play. Some random dude hopped in the group, and like, you can do that. Jack actually is calling me right now, but we're not going to answer that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jack. Jack went to add in a fourth person to the group during the week, but there was somebody in the group.
Yeah.
So Jack actually pulled his Callagher magic for Lakeside Golf Club because they're like
Tight.
they're pretty much royalty up there.
Thick as thieves.
Yeah, so he got the dude moved out of the group, but nobody told the dude.
Oh, right.
So he still rolled into the tea time at 9:42.
Yeah.
And he's like sitting down there drinking his coffee, eating his roll while the other group in front of us teed off as a group of 3.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at Jack. Jack's like, I was like, oh, all right, well, that's the guy who was meant to be in our group that you supposedly moved out. Anyway, we had a group of 4 now because Jack booked a 4th. So we get up, we all tee off, and this guy's just kind of looking like, what the fuck? Like, this is my group, but there's no one, like, there's a 4th in there. And then one of the guys from the pro shop came down and was like, I can't remember his name, John. Yeah, he goes, bro, you're meant to tee off in the first group. He goes, no, I'm 9:42. He gets his card out and it's like 9:38 or whatever. So Jack fucked him over.
Oh, well.
And we're all just kind of standing there like, so he had to tee off with us and then we had to let him play through so we could catch up to the group in front of him.
Right. That is awkward.
It was awkward for him. It wasn't awkward for me.
Yeah.
Actually, it would have been, I hit a fucking bomb hybrid off the tee that day.
Yeah.
Then I hit a ball into the water the next shot.
Nice.
It's awkward.
Reality.
Literally?
If you ever want to get a reality check on life,
Come play golf with us.
golf. It's like the highest of highs and the lowest of lows.
Yep.
All within the space of 2 minutes.
Well, the space of me walking to my ball
Yeah.
and then realizing, I can play golf. Fuck, golf's easy. Then you fucking do that sort of shit.
We'll move on to the next question.
Please.
One that we're obviously, I think we can, I reckon we can chat about this.
Sweet.
Perisher or
How
Threadbow?
much battery's that fucking camera got left? Because I can talk
We're
about
good,
this.
man. We're good. As long as there's not flashing, we're good.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And once it starts flashing, how much time do we have before it dies?
I'll rain check us.
Okay. I have always been a Perisher rider. I've always liked the parks. I've always liked the size. I've always liked how much adventure space you have. And as a park dominant rider, it was always good because the parks were big, the rails were fun, the hits were big, and even the side hits from the runs were really fun. So I've always been a Perisher operator, but 2 or 3 times I've been to Threadbow, once or twice with you.
Yep.
Threadbow was sick too. Like the runs were longer.
Yeah.
And riding with Wayne, dude. I've been thinking about this week. I wanted to be able to bring him up somewhere in my podcast.
Yeah.
And that is, who's got the floatiest back one you've ever fucking seen? Wayne.
It's up there.
Or that Kevin Backstrom video from this year where he just fucking hits that side hit and he's just like,
dude, even like Renee's up there.
that Backstrom one. I wanna do like a segment where we save clips of our favorite snowboarding stuff from the year and then talk about them.
Yeah, I reckon we
One
probably do
episode.
that maybe in the winter season.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, but then again, it's about to be the Northern Hemisphere.
That's what I mean. We just pick a week. We're going to talk about snowboarding here.
Yeah.
Anyway, Perisher or Threadbow. I'll probably have to stay as a Perisher operator. Threadbow's season passes are just way too expensive.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're only a year pass now, so you don't have a choice of choosing whether you want winter or summer.
And it's like $1,600.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's steep as fuck.
Now, for me personally, straight off the bat, I have already put my money down for a Perisher pass this year. For next year. And the only reason I do that is because I have more homies that ride Perisher than what I do Threadbow.
Yep.
If the shoe was on the other foot,
You'd go
I would
Threadbow.
have no issues going to Threadbow.
You-
If I'm honest, I prefer Threadbow parks just because I believe it's a more progressive
Yeah,
park.
for sure.
And it's like, I love Perisher, don't get me wrong, and it does make you push your limits. And like the terrain at Perisher is sick. You can ride some sick power at Perisher, but you can also ride some really sick power at Threadbow.
The thing with the Perisher Parks is that it goes from
Yeah.
like, what's that fucking park? Piper,
Yeah.
which is like normally pretty good, but super hard to ride because it's pretty flat and it's always riding into the wind.
Yeah.
So you can never get speed when they do have rails to learn new shit on them. It's
Yeah.
very hard to ride.
Yeah.
And then the next step up from that, and like Piper barely has rails, like it has boxes. The next step up from that is Leichhardt, which is like,
Well, you got that Yabby Crabby, whatever the fuck it is.
dude, I think that's
But it's
below
pretty-
Piper though.
yeah,
like
yeah,
there's
that's
never
true.
rails in there. Like they've got that big like wide box.
That's true. It's just simple things, and like obviously the Perisher Park builders are great. You know, the park builder himself obviously travels year round building parks and stuff like that. I just think that
But that's the gap. That is the gap. That
Yeah.
Merits.
Yeah.
Merits is the park that
Yeah.
Perisher needs, that Threadbow has,
Yeah.
to be the one-stop shop
Yeah.
for skiers and snowboarders.
yeah,
In my professional opinion.
in my opinion, if legit, if all my friends just for some reason were like, this year we're just going to Threadbow, which sort of would make more sense because you know. A lot of my friends obviously do snowboard and mountain bike, but that just doesn't seem to be the case.
I thought it would make more sense for you to buy a Threadbow pass because of your love for two-wheeled transportation devices.
It's just at the downhill side of things, man. Like it's scary as shit for one. This year I've actually will have a better bike to handle it, which I'm like stoked about. Shout out Bicycles Online, Polygon Bikes. Hit my YouTube for some referral links for some bike shit.
There's some shameless fucking self-promotion there, bro.
That's all right, bro. I'm the one who edits all this shit.
Yeah, fucking oath. So you're going to crop that out? Or?
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, both parks are great. It just really depends on... Like, Threadbow is definitely, in my opinion, the more upper class.
Listen,
Because it's got the resort and it's a
me
bit
and
more...
Wayne were talking about this the other day too. It's like Perisher is like the western suburbs of Sydney, and then Threadbow is like the northern beaches,
And it
eastern
is so true,
suburbs.
bro.
It's fucking so
So
true.
true.
100%.
But
All the gear and no idea at Threadbow.
Fingers...
Can't brand Vinny's get-ups at Perisher, but can shred the fuck out of anything.
Yeah, legit. But fingers crossed we go like COVID free for like the next winter and I can get myself down into the Melbourne resorts because
The only thing that
I'm
we'd
keen
be
for
banking
that.
on, I think next year, I feel like we'll be able to do whatever the fuck we want next year.
Mm.
Fingers crossed. But I think that the only thing we bank on is a good season.
yeah.
We've had 2 really good seasons in a row. 3, because the year before that I rode heaps and it was a good season.
Yeah. So I'm keen. I'm always keen, man. Like even like potential there's a potential that Steph and I will be heading to Japan in February.
Yeah, dude.
Fingers crossed again.
Should I come to that?
Oh,
in February?
110%.
What do you reckon? Leave it in the comments.
Like as long as Japan obviously lift their quarantine, even if they fucking don't, bro, I will
No
go
way, dude.
quarantine.
I can probably afford to take 5 days,
Yeah.
but I probably couldn't afford to take 10 plus the snowboarding days.
See, this is how I would sort of plan it in my head that I would do a week of shoots leading up to me going, and then so I would then just have a week of editing.
But it's 10 days. It's more than a week. What are you going to do for the other 5 days?
Fucking, I don't know, be a sick cunt. I don't know.
Look out the window at all the people having a good time.
Yeah, shoot heaps of dope shit. I don't know. I'll figure it out, man. But anyway, fingers crossed that like the quarantine's non-existent in Japan.
Okay.
And we get to go ride some Japan. And then, dude, how dope would it be to film an ep in Japan?
Dude, that'd be
bro,
sick.
sitting there, bro. They've got some like sushi and shit. Have some fucking...
I mean, look, it's going to happen. If we do that, I'm fucking getting sauced. I want to do one potty where
Yeah.
you just let me unleash. Well, you let me get sourced out there, then come in here and then just what was the point of the podcast?
Well, guys, yeah.
Surely someone wants to see that.
If that sounds like something you guys would be interested in watching, yeah, be sure to let us know.
If you want that to happen,
Yeah.
we need at least 10 people to get around it.
Yeah, at least 10.
At least 10. DM us, YouTubers.
How about when the Insta gets 100 followers, you can just let rip. We're not far away, bro.
How many are we on?
I think we're on like 75 last
Are
time.
you
I checked.
serious, bro? That's going to happen in like a week.
Yeah, well, that was the whole idea of it. You know, give the people what they want.
But next week, yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Do you want me to get sauce on the
Dude,
potty?
77. So
Fuck yeah.
or maybe we'll make it 150.
Yeah, 200.
200, and you will you seriously like rip and tear. Like I'm talking like 14 beers deep starting point.
The starting point. Do I get a bucket on hand and just fucking spewing? Because that will happen. I know I'm not drinking blokes, but I'm drinking VB.
All right, guys, that's going to be it for today's episode. Do your thing. If you're on YouTube, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, share it around. Same thing if you're on Spotify. I'm not really sure you're meant to do on Spotify. I think you're meant to follow again and then maybe share it.
I think you can share it on Spotify. You can follow us.
Yeah.
But yeah, just get around us, really. That's all we want.
Yeah.
There was something that I wanted to shout out today, but I couldn't fucking remember. I should have
Got no giveaways for this one, do we?
Got no giveaways, no. I think I just wanted to try and back some of our friends who have small businesses.
Yeah, go.
You know what?
Shout them out right now.
Shout them out. If you need your lawn mowed and you seriously can't be fucked to do it yourself, what's his company name? John's Mowing and Maintenance.
And I can honestly speak from experience, like pure experience, because he literally mowed my lawn yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's actually a really good job, and it's actually really like reasonably priced as well.
Well, there you go. I think if you need your lawn mowed, if you're too fucking bored or just can't be fucked, too busy,
Dude,
whatever, to do it
I
yourself.
hate mowing the lawn, man. And then John comes in with the edger, bro. Edges it up nice, man. It looked so good.
Yeah, I mean, Johnny K
Yeah.
does his best work around Victor lawnmowers.
Yeah.
If you need someone to mow your lawn, get around John.
Get around John.
One more. If you need somebody to fix your caravan, which, we're coming up to the silly season, people are going to be wanting to go away.
Yeah.
If you can't afford to do it yourself, if you don't want to do it yourself, if you need some advice, anything camper, trailer, caravan related, Ripper Caravan Repairs, I'm sure we can link somehow.
Yeah, we'll chuck him in the show notes.
Or we'll
man,
share
yeah.
his page on Instagram, maybe put his link in the bio for a week. And if you want
Yeah.
to get around him,
Yeah.
get around him. He's looking for work. He just had a second child. It's Kane from next door.
Yeah, I know you're talking about, yeah.
So,
What's the company called?
Ripper Caravan Repairs.
There we go.
So if you want to get some caravan repairs done, hit the man up.
Yeah.
Father of 2 now. Good on him.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, that's it from us.
I think that's it.
Have a good one.
Cheers.
Peace.
The camera didn't